Hi there, fans. This is another video of two fans I've been meaning to show you for a while. I picked these up when I videoed the vintage Fresh and Air 26-inch pedestal fan, and if you haven't seen that video, go back in my videos and find the pedestal fan video. That thing was amazing. It was too big and it was out of my price range. I had a solid offer on it. So I didn't buy that. I still dream about that fan, but what are you gonna do? These two, however, I did pick up at that time. In addition to never seeing that thing before, I've never seen either of these before, and I wasn't leaving without them. The one on your left is the Torcan revolving grate little fan. I guess Japanese. I don't know. It's got cool stuff on it. I was never a huge fan of these, but I couldn't pass it up. You don't see them that often anymore. It's not in great working condition, and I'll show you that in a minute. The next one is the Torcan. It sounds like a superhero, which I believe is a Canadian box fan. And I'll show you more about that, so stay tuned. Alright, so the Torcan box fan. I'm a little new to the hobby, but I certainly had never seen one of these before. The only light out here on the porch is here. You can see that it's brown gold, like a rust color, and it's actually a little bit, it's a flat finish. It doesn't appear to be very shiny. And it's kind of sparkly. It's got a bit of a metallic to it. It's very interesting. The grates are held on with screws, but as you can see, it's the square head screw, which these are kind of unusual. So I can get a better picture of that. So we've got a square headed screw. Sorry, that's hard to see. What about this one? Maybe this one's better. Alright, this is difficult to film. Maybe now you can see it. So it's not a hex head, it's just a square. I believe I have an attachment for that. Sorry that was so hard to show you. It has a 5-bladed plastic blade with an interesting hub. It has these flat graded fins that probably push, well actually it looks more like they pull air through the fan this way. Again, it's called Torcan. Now, a couple of real interesting things. This grate is a real heavy plastic. I mean, I've never seen a grate quite like that. So strong, in fact, that it's got full-size feet that are actually a part of the front grate. Like many fans of the era, it has a plastic strap handle, which happens to still be intact. Here we have our speed control. 0, 1, 2, 3. So it's a 3-speeder. It says speed control and controle de vitesse. I'm doing it with an Italian accent, and I apologize to the French for that, but I don't really do a good French accent, so you're gonna have to imagine it. Paint's in okay shape. It's got a little, little splatters and dings here. This fan does have openings for a stand, and they're large and rectangular, as opposed to the square ones we're used to seeing. Alright, there's other stuff to show you. Stay tuned. Okay, we've turned the fan on its side. It's actually fairly light. There's a sticker here, and I'll pull the still and show you exactly what it says. Model number 1145. And one of the interesting things about this is that the cord, the grommet for the cord, is underneath the fan on the bottom. So the power cord comes out underneath, which of course then means these have to raise it up a certain amount of height for that all to clear and for it to not wobble. But it seems to sit okay. Kind of unusual. Alright, when we look at the back of this fan, we see that the motor is almost a square shape. Sorry it's so hard to see, but all the laminates have flat sides, and it's got long ways vents. It's an interesting looking motor, probably very similar to a Macmillan or the whatever else you're used to seeing in box fans, induction motor. Not a lot of other surprises. Again, the biggest surprise was this, and how substantial the grates are. Very interesting, and they seem to have retained their color. They didn't yellow very much. Alright, stay tuned. We're going to run this guy. Here's a better look at the square-headed screws that are in the holding the grates on. Again, I think I have an attachment for this. It's unusual. Oh, Canada. All right. Okay, so here's the Canadian Torcan. I know you can't see very well. It's a little backlit in here. But it's a windy day. I decided to record in here instead of outside. Here's the Torcan. I'm going to run it. I haven't run it since I picked it up. Let's see how she does. It starts on low. Alright, seems to top out right about there. Medium. Picks up a little bit. The blades visually look pretty out of balance. It doesn't feel to shake that much. And here's high. So there you go. High. Let's do a spin down. And there you go. Didn't blow a crazy amount of air, but it runs okay. Probably, you know, if you get the motor apart, oil it, it might run a little quicker, and it might spin down a little faster. Who knows if it's ever? I don't think, you know, who knows if it's ever been oiled or anything like that. All right, on to the next one, the crazy little Japanese spinning fan. Stay tuned.